Hello and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are continuing with what's called Adrian's trial. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage, don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick? Charles, where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power, eh? Miss Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but what? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking of myself. I got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? It's all our hope. It's all our hope for naught. A tent, huh? A tent. I could see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in the town right now? There's only one, pal, the very big circus. Maya somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, we got a circle on that map, about 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make the trial last a little longer. March 23rd, 12:05 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises: why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of the murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have? You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secret? Alright. Why? Why does she? Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the court order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center it's a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. The bear figurine. A puzzle. That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you don't know the correct. So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move. You can move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It looks like he's five. He's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you. That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Joanne. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Joanne and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. You really can't tell this. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container of a jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as you have never told anyone either, then only the two of us now knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Miss Engel didn't know, right? Didn't know, right? And I think this is about all I'm going to get from now. A wooden puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corridor Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think when you have come to realize, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is that this bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question, and that can come next, and that is this: what is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. Yes. You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews. I opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is this? What is it that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess what it is. Do we, Mr. Wright? Suicide note, right? From that. It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Joan Coyle's former manager, Celeste Impact. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Joan Coyle himself. It seems Celeste Impact has very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautiful signed her own name on the document. This is most definitive the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order. Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Miss Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate that the content of this note being made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much, just get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to pursue me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the content of this note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impact left us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engard. About being engaged to Coida and Engard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impact had to say. There is only one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Miss Engard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive of murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Yuan was going to make the content of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. That Engard values above all else. He's refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's Engard's fault that woman killed herself, and this time he even went so far as killed someone to stop him from revealing. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there is a slimeball lawyer out there who will defend this creep too. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. The killer client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needs this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear, which the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there's two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe someone Somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry. The suicide note or the figurine, which one? The figurine. Engel did not know that it was a jewelry box. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Corridor. At the request of his client, of course. So what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that Mr. the Killer client was Matt Engard. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. You can tell by just looking at the bear. It's really... You can't tell by just looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chance that Matt Engard thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to none. Oh, I didn't think of that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. Engard would ever want a jewelry box like this. Order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love of wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court attention to this. What is this? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the... I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt Engard and the victim both thought of others as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses, and the victim, Joan Corridor, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Engard. Order. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spine. Well, sort of is not an accepted answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I had the camera that was in the stuffed bear eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt Engard's fingerprints were on here. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He's got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next? What am I going to do next? Does running away like frightened child work? I know it seems like Edgeworth is very close to putting lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove His point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is that? What is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? It's this, right? There is no transmitter there. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I ever heard, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Miss Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Miss Edgeworth, but there's something you really should examine about the piece of evidence. Well, Miss Edgeworth? Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed, but I think the item that should be examined is a defense grey matter. Whoops. Mr. Wright, after this trial is over. Okay, should I go? If you're going to speak, at least use your brain, make something intelligent, so you're not telling me that I forgot something. Okay, what is it then? That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside the spear, but the spear was in my possession until only a few moments ago, which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh, so as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impact or not, that has yet to be remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be Mr. Wright. Are you saying this suicide note is fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engard. Who to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it inside the spear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if it is fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Engard. I didn't know such thing. Right? If you're going to pronounce this note as fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who could present this. You were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of the proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have to reach a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. Didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigation. Handwriting analysis my butt. That's just the law is trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look at any idiot can tell that. I think we reached the end of the line. Guilty. Guilty? Guilty. 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 Okay. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. What's with him and what with that sign? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't for us to come this far and oh, what is it? Let me talk to Miss Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceeding. You may take your phone call after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch. Miss Edgeworth. Please, you got to buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceeding until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Miss Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary test of this piece of evidence in that time. We can perform the necessary test on this piece of evidence at that time. But can you really obtain your result in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then we convene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. The prosecution requests the court will now take a 30-minute recess. But we advise that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take this as a final recess of the day. March 23rd. Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time. Report. It's that Is that at Shruff? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, so... But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh ho ho, I thought you asked, pal. I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any item like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, so... When those guys went looking, I swapped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'll be there in about 20 minutes, so don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright. Just get here in one, please. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, so no one. I'm putting out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Hey, what's wrong, Detective Gumshoe? Answer me. No one can stop me. What happened? It sounds like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We got to hurry and call for help, but we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way, we can find out where he is. Then we stand a chance. Why oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he... There is a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where he is through... Oh god. Right, we are not... Okay. Did I say something wrong? It's rough. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone really totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. I might be turned to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright choose death. Right? It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears, whether you did your job well or not. That can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. The prosecution advocate is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, so they say it's extremely urgent. There's probably a finish with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Okay, this is all for this episode. We are continuing next time, and adios.